The seemingly ordinary beach hides a deadly secret. The moment the woman stepped onto the sand, her feet were firmly glued in place, unable to move. She tried to pull her legs with her hands, struggling with all her might, but to no avail. As soon as her fingers touched the sand, they were mercilessly stuck as well. The woman struggled in agony as her body gradually sank into the sand. Seeing this, her boyfriend disregarded any attempt to stop him and sprinted out of the car to her rescue. However, after just a few steps, he heavily fell onto the sandy ground. His body was firmly fixed by a mysterious force, unable to move an inch. The man tried his best to lift his head, but there seemed to be an irresistible suction force in the sand, constantly pulling him downward. In the blink of an eye, the man's figure completely vanished into the sand without a trace. His companions wanted to start the car for a rescue mission, but they discovered that due to last night's festivities, the headlights were left on, draining the battery and rendering the car unable to start. Everyone was consumed by panic and despair. In the room, Jean Jia cautiously walked to the edge of the beach and reached out to probe. Horrifyingly, several pale tentacles emerged from the sand, attempting to wrap around her palm. At that very moment, the chubby guy who had been stuffed into a barrel to sleep through the night finally woke up. His companions solemnly warned him not to act rashly, as dangerous unknown creatures lurked in the sand. Only then did the chubby guy realize that this was not a simple prank by his friends. They unanimously decided to wait for rescue, but as the scorching sun grew more intense, without help, they would soon succumb to the heat and thirst. Even more terrifying, the tentacles in the sand began attacking the car tires. Jean Jia inadvertently discovered two eerie black eggshells scattered on the sand not far away, which the chubby guy had found on the beach the night before. Jean Jia dashed back to the room and grabbed a few sausages, throwing them onto the sand. As expected, white tentacles shot out from the sand, tightly wrapping around the sausages and devouring them in an instant. She threw the sausages even farther, but they were still consumed by the sand. Dabai joined the experiment, forcefully throwing a sausage that landed safely. This confirmed that the monster's attack range in the sand was limited, and as long as they escaped this range, they could be saved. The handsome guy in the car decided to climb onto a nearby table first, speculating that the sand monster would only attack organic creatures. He grabbed a surfboard, threw it onto the sand, and leaped onto it, narrowly escaping danger. He then threw out another surfboard, landing it steadily in front of the first one, cautiously moving forward in this manner. However, accidents often happen when least expected. Just as he was about to reach the table, the surfboard suddenly slid backward. The handsome guy had no choice but to grab the edge of the table, and as the surfboard continued to slide back, he got closer and closer to the dangerous sand. Countless horrifying tentacles spewed out from the sand, attempting to capture his body.